Welcome everybody here watching live, and also anybody that is watching us on YouTube or a video that has been sent to you. We want to welcome you to this presentation about our body balance and drops, and also about our company. And I'm going to pretty much just be me talking today, but this is a company and a product that has changed my life, my wife and I's lives actually. So I am a I've been in the corporate world. I've been an executive in a large seafood company for 16, almost 17 years now. And I make good money, but I'm a business guy. So when this was first brought into my life, I'm skeptical by nature. My wife comes in with this box of drops and says, if you can see it without it going out, I'm going to do these drops and I'm going to do this business. And I'm like, she called them skinny drops. And I said, you're going to be a snake oil salesman? And my wife's a fireball. She didn't take that too lightly, and so I kept making fun of her a little bit, telling her that this was a scam, that the drops would not work. And at that point in my life, you can see that picture right there. I was about 300 pounds. But I had basically given up and said, I'm going to be fat the rest of my life. I was still, doing things. I was still outside fishing and trying to run here and there, doing things, but I could just never shake off the weight. And the times through my life I did lose weight, the first time I lost a lot of weight, I lost it due to stress and basically trying to not eat a lot, basically starving myself. And I lost around 50 pounds, but I lost muscle mass so much that I couldn't even do a push up. And so I had tried things. I had done keto, I had done paleo, I had done no carb diet out there, every carnivore. I'd done all that, but my problem is I was so addicted to sugar. That's where my issues come from. When I was 3 years old, um, my mom tells the story that I locked my mom and dad out of the house around Halloween time, and that all the candy that they had for Halloween, I snuck it and just sat in the living room and was sitting there cramming my mouth full of it. And my mom and dad are beating on this glass door, let us in. And I'm just looking at them, one more minute, mom, while I'm cramming all the candy I can in my mouth. And I've been addicted to sugar since then, probably before then. So much so that I was drinking 5, 6 Pepsis a day, sodas a day. I mean, from the time I've been a kid till recently, that's the kind of things I was putting in my body, and I could never beat that. I mean, when I would go to bed, again, since I've been a kid, I had to have a cold glass of milk and something sweet. So a lot of times that was Oreos. And for me, I'm not talking 2 or 3 Oreos. I'm talking a half a pack of Oreos, 2 sleeves of Oreos every single night. I just could never beat those sugar cravings. And when I did paleo and I did keto, I would be successful for 3 or 4 weeks, but the sugar withdrawals, because sugar is a drug, there's no doubt about it. Um, but those sugar withdrawals I would go through, I become this grumpy, grumpy person. And my wife and kids would be like, we don't care if you're fat. Go eat a Snickers or something because we're not dealing with your grumpiness anymore. So I would end up eating sugar again, and all of that weight would end up coming back on and then more. So at this point, I was 300 pounds. I'd kind of said, I'm going to be fat the rest of my life. And I'm just going to have to live with it. I don't know how to beat this. I could not get through the willpower. And that's when these drops came into our lives. And so I started taking them to prove my wife wrong. I told her, okay, I'll take them. And I was going to show her that these are not going to work. And then what's happens is about a week and a half in, the food noise, that chatter of go to the refrigerator and get a Pepsi was almost non-existent. I didn't have to sit there and fight not going to go get a Pepsi. That night I laid down, that same exact night I laid down and didn't even forgot all about my cookies and milk. And then the next day I get up and I'm like, wow, maybe these things are working, or maybe it's just a fluke. Maybe I'm getting sick or something. I don't know. But since then, it basically what they allowed me to do was get through the sugar withdrawals, because and I'm going to explain what they do here in just a minute, but they were balancing out my insulin. They were balancing out my pancreas, where I wasn't getting these crazy spikes and these crazy drops where my body was craving the sugar all the time. My wife, on the other hand, she didn't need to lose a lot of weight. She was just looking to lose about 10 pounds, and she ends up losing about 15 in her first month. However, that was 2 years ago. I should say that I lost my 65 pounds in about 9 months, and I've kept it off now for about 2 years or most of it. I think I'm around, I hover around the 60. I'm sorry, getting my computer's messing up here. Eh, Sorry about that, guys. But anyways, we'll move on. So my wife's big thing, she's not gonna ever stop taking them. She takes them every single day because of the way they make her feel. And I really appreciate the way they make her feel. She's off her antidepressant medications. Again, I'm not making any claims or anything like that. I'm just saying what happened for her. That was the only thing that changed in her. She's off her antidepressant. She doesn't have night sweats. Like the third night she was on the drops, the night sweats stopped, and she was having them every night up till then. So these things really have changed the way we live our lives around here. But the company that has these drops that I'm talking about is Partner.co or Partner Co. We're very new as far as Partner Co. as a business, but these two owners right here, Darren and John, they actually purchased several other brands and their assets, the best products out there, and they put them under one. They have them under one umbrella now. But we're only 2 years old, but we have the infrastructure of some of these companies that have been around for 25 years. So we actually can operate in 58 countries worldwide. And I'll never forget the first time I heard this, I was told, you can have a global virtual franchise. And I looked at Ashley and I said, we can have a global virtual franchise. Again, I'm a cynic, I'm making fun of it. And anyways, 2 years later, and our team is in 28 countries now. So it really, really works and it can have that. We have over 100 products, not just the drops. The drops are our viral product. Remember, the US, over 80% of people are obese or larger, severely obese. I mean, um, and then in Canada, that number is 68%. So people need to lose weight. Getting the weight off is one of the biggest things we need to do to have long, healthy lives. The difference in our products, just real quick, is that we treat our products like pharmaceutical. We treat them from the science and a doctor standpoint first. We have over 100 doctors on our team that develop and study these products. We do clinical studies on our products, so much so that we do enough research that we have six of our products in the physician's desk reference. We just hired on Dr. Joshua Plant, who is one of the best in the industry in creating these all natural products. So the drops, what are they? Here in the US, there is a two-bottle system. The first bottle has 11 different plant leaves and extracts that do everything from support your thyroid to helping your appetite, controlling the ghrelin hormone. It's balancing out your bodies. Remember, these drops were made to body balance, to balance out your hormones. And the weight loss is just a side effect of that becoming your body becoming balanced. So the second bottle is actually my favorite piece of this puzzle is is our accelerate. It's our energy. It helps stop cortisol with the rhodiola and ashwagandha in it. So you're lowering that stress hormone. You're getting that clean methylated B12, that clean energy that's a real level energy. So there's no spikes or crashes in the afternoon. That's the thing that I absolutely love. My 2:30 naps, I don't need them anymore. I used to have them every day. And so you want to lose weight, you have to eat right. You want to be healthy, you have to eat right. What the drops do is help us. We call them liquid discipline because I could never stay on the a food list like this. And this is just a low glycemic food list. It's something that doesn't spike your blood sugars. There's no carbs, things like that. And what happens is these drops, when you start eating these good foods, your body becomes balanced. Then you start craving the stuff on this list. And this is what's so great. Remember when I told you that I lost weight before, but I'd lost it by cutting so many calories that I lost muscle mass, everything? We can eat as much as our body is asking for from this list or as little. This isn't a diet. You actually just need to eat the food God created for us, the all natural. So there's a ton of testimonies that we have. We see Randy over 170 pounds in a year. Kim Gray's my favorite, 113 pounds, and she's kept it off for 5 years. She has muscular dystrophy. She can't work out. She can't do any of that. But the drops have helped her, the only thing that's ever helped her lose that weight. Of course, we have Jerry and Allison here. You can see it's going to be Doesn't matter male or female. It doesn't matter if you're fit or not fit. You can see Brian right here. He's a pretty fit guy, but you can see just getting that little bit off. You can see all the different, like I said, male, female, doesn't matter ethnicity, doesn't matter age. It works for so many people we see. Look at Susan Cox here. She's just right up the road here for me in Dothan, Alabama, in that area. Susan, this is another piece to it. I just love seeing everybody's transformations that I know. I know these people. And that's the thing. These aren't pictures that we don't know their stories. That's corporate sent us or something and said, "Hey, here's people that lost weight." No, these are our customers, our teammates, our friends that have lost weight, that have changed their bodies. There's Jennifer Braden. Jennifer's actually on the call right now. You can just see the difference in her, the inflammation that she had. Julie Park, just numerous Valley over in Panama City. You can just see so many people see the inflammation going down with Miss Linda here. And then Dr. Crystal is one of our favorite stories. She weighs less than what she's lost now. She actually shut her practice down to do this full time, and she's kept that 162 pounds off now for over 5 years. So that is the drops you can buy at retail. Whoever sent you this video or invited you here, you can buy from them at 176, or you can pay $30 one time, and that $30 one time gets you wholesale pricing. It gets you a replicated website where people can buy from you if you choose to do this as a business. It gets you the partner code share app that gives you all the documentation and all the languages around the world for the products. We get our back office that keeps up with everything, and then you're also getting our boards app, the plugin for the boards app that allows us to really get your business off and running if business is a way to do that. And I do not know why sorry about that. I do not know why my do not disturb is not working, but it is not. So to get started, you want to activate. We activate a lot of times with a 4-pack of drops when we're just talking about drops. Remember, we have 100 products, so there's many ways to do this, but the 4-pack of drops is such a great way to get started. You can sell 3, and just say you sell them, retail is 176. Say you sell them at a discount at 150. If you sell 3 of those boxes, that's $450. You buy the 4-pack, you pay for your business, and you have a box for free, and you get a little bit of profit just by starting your business with that 4-pack. Your return on investment is almost immediate at that point. And then we want to get you to top pay. That unlocks the entire pay plan. And so for that, that's what we call ultimate is 1500 PV of product or 30 boxes of drops. So you can do it with 10 boxes of drops. And when you sell 10 boxes of drops, the profit of that, just for selling those 10, the profit is $770. Most everybody we have sign up that starts with a 10-pack will sell that with at least within their first week. And then the way to come in at top pay is you can buy a 30-pack, get a huge discount, moving your box of drops per box down to under $80. So if you sold this 30-pack, and most people can do this in the first 2 to 4 weeks, you will make $2,700 in profit. Most people, that is huge. That is absolutely huge for a monthly income of profit, $2,700 in profit. But the great thing about it is you don't have to do this on your own. We have social media systems set up. We have what we call our boards program plug-in, which has all these great before and afters that I've showed you, the stories that we know, the organic posts, but we just have them in one place for you. So it's just copy and paste. We post twice a day, takes just a little, not much time at all. You can literally schedule your post out if you want 30 days in advance, and then you just respond. We have the scripts in there that you can respond. So if you're looking at this as a business, this is a great way to get started. And here's just some of the posts you can see. Again, we saw Valley, we saw AJ in this presentation. There's Chelsea. You see all these people. And then we take these people and we put them into what we call our groups, our customer groups. And what that is we want to make sure everybody knows that we are loving on the people, that we are here to support people. So these are a no negativity group. There's a no selling policy in these groups. So it's just for your customers, just for yourself to go in and ask questions about your journey with the drops in a safe space. And then we get wanna if you want to really do this as you can build a team and have distribution points. And so you get a cut of everything your team sells and changes your life business wise. It has for us. Not that if you want to find out more about the business side, you can join us at 7 o'clock tonight Eastern time, or you can go back and watch one of the recordings on YouTube to learn more about the business. But that is everything in a nutshell. I hope you guys got information that you needed that you were searching for. And I'm going to stop share. But just make sure, guys, that you thank whoever invited you here, whoever sent this to you, that they cared enough about you, that they care about your health, that they care about the longevity of your life, that they do want you to see this. They do want you to join in on this because these are life changing. These drops, this business is life changing. So we can't wait to see you on some of the other calls. So just reach out to the person that sent this to you, and we'll see you soon.